Now students, we'll discuss and move forward to the next topic, that is the types of training which is given to the employees or the staff in an organization. There are different types of training which is given to the employees in the organization, but first we'll discuss these three types, which are induction or orientation training, then job training, and the third one is remedial training. So all of you listen to all this training very carefully and very attentively. So first of all, orientation or induction training is a training which is given by the organization side. Means it is used to ease the pressure, ease the nervousness, and ease the anxiety of the newcomer or the fresher employee, because orientation or induction training is given by the organization or employer sides towards the employee side, so as to make the new employees familiar with the peers, with the colleagues, with the subordinates and superiors, etc. So orientation or induction training is used to familiarize the new employees with the work cultures, the procedures, the policies, rules and regulations, the company's history. So orientation or induction training is a process of introducing and familiarizing the new employees and make them well acquainted with their work, the company's past histories, the policies and procedures. And this orientation or induction training also helps the employees to remove the sense of insecurity, and this orientation helps and assists the employees to develop a feeling of belongingness towards the organization. So orientation training, I have written here, orientation training is the process of introducing and familiarizing the new employees towards the organization and towards all the company's past history, policies, the rules and regulations, and to acquaint themselves, make familiar with the subordinate, superiors, peers, colleagues, etc. And the objective of orientation or induction training is to make the employee feel at home and develop a sense of belonging and loyalty towards the organization, to build the employee's confidence in himself, and the employee can feel at home, and therefore removing the nervousness from the employee side, because when the new employee joins the organization, they are really frustrated and they are very anxious. So it is the duty of the organization or the employers to make them feel at home, develop a sense of belonging and loyalty towards the organization, make them well familiar with all the work procedures, make them aware of where the workroom is, where the canteen is. Means to go through all the procedure. Orientation or induction can be summed up that process of familiarizing the new employees in the organization or the company. Now moving on to the next, that is job training. So job training is a type of training where on the job, on the very specific job, the training is given to the specific candidate or employee, because in every area, in every dimensions of the organization cannot recruit and select always trained employees, because there are sometimes untrained employees or the fresher employees are recruited and selected on the basis of their knowledge and academic qualification, on the basis of their academic and aptitudes, but the employees do not possess the training. So these employees are being recruited and selected on the performance, on their academic qualification, on their test conducted by the organization and how they have performed. So these employees are recruited and selected, but each and every employee does not have went through the process of training, but once they are selected, once they are inducted in the organization, those employees have to pass through the training, because training helps and assists the employees to become more knowledgeable. Training helps because training is a process of enhancing and improving and updating the knowledge and the skills of an employee regarding or pertaining to the specific work or job. Therefore, the employees become more knowledgeable how to carry out and execute the task, how to handle them, how to handle the machines in a efficient way, how to do the work with ease and smoothness, how to make the optimal utilization of resources, how the organization can attain the organizational goals within the stipulated time period. So job training is a training which is provided by the organization or the employer side. When the employees are newly recruited and selected, it is the duty of the organization to provide the employees to that specific task, means task related training or job related training, so that the employees can deliver the satisfactory performances. So as I've written here, it is not always possible for the organization to recruit and select trained employees. There are certain times when the organization goes for fresh employees, those who are fresh, those who possesses all the fresh knowledge and talents and ideas. So basis on their academic qualification and ideas basis, so there are certain times the organization goes for we have done this one in staff recruitment. The organization goes for the technical students and the managerial students, and they go for campus placements in IIMs and IITs. So those students were studying, those students were completing their courses and degrees. They do not have the sufficient training at that time. But even at that juncture, at point of time, the organization and recruits those candidates. There are several big MNC companies who goes for placement, such as you take the example of Google, Amazon, etc. They go for the academic qualifications, they go for the aptitude, they go for the knowledge and intellect of a candidate, and those candidates have to pass through several hurdles and tests which are being drafted by the organization, and if they pass with the satisfactory performance, they are selected. And once they are selected for the specific task, those employees, those sets of employees have to go through the training period, and they have to complete that training period for the specific job related task, where they become more knowledgeable, and it helps to update the knowledge and skills of the employee for that concerned task, where they can operate the work very smoothly, handle the machines very efficiently, smoothly, and making it the optimal utilization of the resources. So now we'll move to the next training, that is remedial training. As all of you are very well aware of the remedial term. A remedial term means all of you are some students might be well aware that remedial means when the performance is not satisfactory. When the performance is not satisfactorily, not meeting the standards, not meeting the benchmarks of the or the parameters of the organization, so the organization has to rectify and make it correct. When the employees are delivering the performance which is not satisfactory, unsatisfactorily performance, which is below the benchmark, not meeting with the standards required, because there are some employees who have taken the wrong methods of doing the job. They have chosen some faulty ways of doing the method. Either they are doing some work which is not appropriate. Their ways of doing is very much faulty, or deficit, having some deficiency or lack of knowledge. So it is the organization's duty, it is the organization obligatory duty to provide the rectifiable measures, to provide the right solutions so as to rectify the shortcomings and the errors the employees have picked up. So remedial training is provided to those employees who have picked up the wrong way or the faulty ways of doing the job and the deficiency in knowledge. So the employer have to provide the right solutions and provide all the correct measures how to rectify the errors and mistakes so that the employees can perform their job well. So I've written here, it is correct that the shortcomings, errors, deficiency, mistakes in the work behavior and the job performance, it is very necessary that all the human beings, all the employees or staffs cannot deliver 100% satisfactory performance. But there are some employees who want to put up a very good performance, but due to faulty ways or due to some errors or mistakes or due to some deficiency in their work habits or knowledge, they pick up faulty ways of doing the job, and this leads to depletion of the resources, wastage of time. So it is the duty of the organization to correct the mistakes and provide them the right solutions and measures and steps so that these errors can be rectified and the jobs can be done in a proper and optimal manner. So all of you just look at these 3 types of training and watch through the video several times, and if you have the book, go through the book several times to catch the meaning of it. And if you find any sorts of doubt, do consult back to me, so I'll provide you the required assistance.